Information technology on the advantages of networking. Networking. Computers have become an integral part of practically all the businesses that we see around us, and it is hard to imagine life without computers and their fast processing of transactions and assistance to businesses. There are many important parts and aspects to a computer, like the software, hardware, internet, networking, etc. Networking is an advanced tool that is used to connect computers so that a share of data and transactions can be made in real time. Networking is done by using hardware as well as the software of a computer, and this is how the networks are built. Importance of networking. Though the concept of networking may sound interesting, its actual importance cannot be realized until one knows all the major advantages it has to offer. One of the very basic advantages of networking is that it allows file sharing between computers and obviates the need for floppy disks and zip drives. Also, the home network can be used to back up all the data on a different computer. Another big advantage of networking is that it allows hardware sharing, like the sharing of printers, possible within computers, besides making it possible to share events through the internet connection between computers. Networking also allows multiplayer games if a family or a few friends have their computers connected over a network. Another cost-effective use of networking is that it allows VoIP, Voice over Internet Protocol, to make costly phone calls across the internet. There are different categories of networks, like the LAN, Local Area Network, WAN, Wide Area Network, etc. The basic difference between LAN and WAN is that a LAN reaches out to a very restricted area, say a particular house or an office, whereas WAN reaches across states and countries. The largest WAN is the Internet, which is spread across the whole world. Networks also differ in their design. For example, two widely used high network designs are client-server design and peer-to-peer design. Client-server networks feature centralized server computers that store email, web pages, files, or applications, whereas a peer-to-peer network is built in such a fashion that all computers on it tend to support the same functions. Client-server networks are more common in business, and peer-to-peer networks are relatively more common in homes. Another significant term related to networks and networking is network topology. Network topology represents a network from the viewpoint of data flow. For example, in a bus network, all the computers share and communicate across a common conduit, whereas in a star network, the data flow occurs through a single centralized device. A network protocol is perhaps the most important tool in a network because it is entirely responsible for the communication that takes place between computers. So, a protocol is the communication language. Protocols also help in differentiating between different kinds of networks. The most popular protocol used in homes is the TCP/IP. These useful networks are either built using wires or they are wireless. A wired network is built using Ethernet cables and is used in institutions, businesses, and schools, but wireless networks are a recent discovery in the world of computing. Wireless networks make use of radio waves or microwaves to maintain communication between computers. Wireless networking is a contemporary alternative to wired networking, which depends on copper or fiber optic cabling between network devices. As mentioned earlier, however, a wireless network has its advantages and disadvantages over a wired network. Advantages of a wireless network include getting rid of the cables and still being able to communicate swiftly. Disadvantages, on the other hand, include a probability of radio interference due to weather, other wireless devices, or even walls. Wireless is rapidly gaining popularity in the home as well as business networking. The main reason why wireless networking is becoming hugely popular is that wireless technology is improving day by day and the cost of wireless products is decreasing. Popular wireless local area networking, WLAN, products conform to the 802.11 Wi-Fi standards. The gear a person needs to build wireless networks includes network adapters, NICs, access points, APs, and routers. Wireless networking is also very convenient as it allows people to work on notebook computers and makes computer mobility possible for them. One can sit on a couch or anywhere else in the house to be comfortable and still be able to work conveniently. A wireless network can be built easily by using wireless network adapters or network cards. but some latest computers already have these adapters fitted into the new machines. So, a network adapter is enough to connect a small LAN, but when it comes to a WLAN, where the objective is to connect more computers and increase the network's range, wireless access points or wireless routers might be needed. Wireless routers are deployed when there's a need to build up a wireless network all by itself, whereas access points allow wireless networks to connect with an existing wired network. So, an access point is used when there might be a requirement to grow a network that already has a router or a wired switch installed. In home networking, a single access point, or router, possesses sufficient range to connect to most of the houses, but businesses and office buildings often must deploy multiple access points or routers. Access points and routers often make use of a wireless antenna that significantly increases the communication range of the wireless radio signal. These antennas are optional and removable on most equipment. It's also possible to mount antennas on wireless clients to increase the range of wireless adapters. Conclusion. Looking at the advantages that networking offers and the amount of time and trouble it can save us, one can certainly say that we are going to see more of it in the coming days, and the costs, needless to say, will be cut down further with the enhanced usage of wireless networks.